Recorded Books presents Tyger Bright by T.C. Mccarthy. Narrated by Catherine Ho. Book 1. Chapter 1. Wynne gazed into the hologram, absorbing its emptiness. Static. He knew where they were going, and why, but preferred the lies because truth guaranteed a gruesome death by their enemy, where lies promised victory. A chance that at least some of them would return from this excursion instead of being sliced open. There were slower ways to die, and Wynne clung to another lie as if it were a buoy. If caught, he and the crew would die quickly by rifle fire, not by one of the slow methods, the ones reserved for cowards. There was nothing more offensive to the Sommen than gutlessness. His captain, Marcus, glared. Hatred splashed over Wynne's mind, and he tuned it out, doing his best to ignore the acidity, a fluid kind of anger that threatened to soak the fabric of his thoughts and weaken them with distraction. What did the captain matter, or his name? This man is corpulent. It would be easy to spear the captain with one of the legs from Wynne's servo harness, one of the two things that made Wynne look different from the Higgins crew. The other was his head. With the drugs come physiological changes. With the changes come sight and power. The power of Sommen thought, the greatness of war and corpses. Elongated after so many treatments, the shape of Wynne's skull attracted looks wherever he went, and even after months in space, nothing had changed. His body's muscles had continued to wither, and without the armored servo harness he'd be immobilized. The crew thought him disgusting. Their thoughts washed over Wynne, too, a sewage that wouldn't drain. I am a weapon. Through the absorption of hatred and aversion, I power my thought, and with thought I will cut my enemy's throat. Captain, we couldn't reconstitute the recording at all, an ensign said. The man sat next to Wynne, suspended in 0G. Its base files are lost, and we had to move on. But the metadata is there, and there are EM spectra consistent with Sommen patterns. My guess? They slaughtered our people. The captain nodded. How long ago? Like Wynne said, just before we arrived at Childress Transit. The captain pinched the bridge of his nose, and Wynne studied the signs. The man had taken off his suit helmet to reveal a bald head, its muscle tremors screaming that exhaustion made him less human, more zombie than anything else. The man feared war. Wynne imagined war was coming whether the captain wanted it or not, and that conflict would be the life of their offspring. Prayers, a poor method for preventing destruction. Sommen invasion fleets were still decades away, but they would come. I am a weapon, and war is my promise. What's the damage to the signal buoy shell? The captain asked. Can we get anything from that? Outer shell vaporized, and the rest of it pretty much scorched. The only thing operational was the locator beacon, but it lost power almost immediately. Standard missile damage, propellant and warhead consistent with Sommen weapons signatures. I want intel working on this around the clock, the captain ordered. We make our transit into Childress in 3 hours, so get as much information as you can. Meeting's over. I need the conference room. Wynne was about to release the straps keeping him in his seat when the captain waved. Stay put. The others unhooked from the table and pushed themselves off, drifting toward a door. One at a time, they glided from the room. Zelnikov, said the captain, is safely aboard the station, and we move into an area where we know the Sommen are now operating. I've got orders to do what you say, but I won't move this ship another meter unless you tell me about the mission, now. I can tell you this, Captain. Zelnikov wants us to pop into the Childress system, reconnoiter, and return to him with any remaining research data that the Sommen haven't destroyed. Data? Like what? Wynne cleared his throat. I can't answer that. When he saw the captain begin to speak, he added, Zelnikov was
Sample complete. Ready to continue?